So when you open up Epson Total Disk Maker software, the very first thing you're going to see is this screen. You'll open up into the Disk tab. Now, when we look at this, we have Data DVD, Data CD, Music CD, Music and Data CD, Video CD, and Copy. These are all of the different types of things that you can burn using the Epson DiscProducer. So let's take a look at Data DVD. As you can see here, it gives you a description of what that is, and when we hit apply, there's some things that we can do. We can change the volume name. We can change the settings so that we can pick what they are. Is it going to be ISO 9660? Is it UDF? UDF version 1.02 plus ISO 9660, and so on and so forth. Let's cancel here. Let's go back to, let's take a look at Data CD. Again here, same sort of thing. Again, I can change the volume name. I can drag and drop what it is that I want here, and it'll tell me. And if I want to change the settings, I have all of these choices. I can go for older models of burners and players, ISO 9660, or the Juliet, which is the later version, UDF version, or hybrid. Let's take a look at hybrid. You see right here, it tells me that it can play on both Windows and Mac format, and if I hit OK, that's the format that I can get. So let's go back to type here, and then let's take a look at another one, Music and Data CD. What's nice about this is you can just drag and drop your music, and you can name it, and number it, and title it, and type those in, and then you can take your data and do the same thing here. Now the thing to keep in mind with this particular setting is that if you pick music and data, you have to have music and data. But if you only have one, the DiscProducer will say that the job is not complete and just print. So if you're going to select this one, it's important that you make sure that you put both music and data in it. So let's take a look at some of the functionality that's in this area, additional functionality. First off, that's here. This would be to add something. Let's go to Edit Disk and get them all up. If we click on CD, if I click here, I can create a folder. And I can do that, I can name it, and there'll be a folder in there. Let's go back to here. I can add a file, and I can add folder into that file. Also here, this is delete, and if I have something selected, I can change the order of things. Like if I want to change the order of songs or change the order of data inside the file, that would be the way to do it. And then here, lastly, is I can launch Internet Explorer. So let's go back to type. Then there's this one here for apply. What this does is if I have a CD or DVD in the CD or DVD player, I can click this, select the drive that it is, and what it will do is it will discover what it is here. In this case, I have the Total Disk Maker disk for loading the software. Tell me how big it is and that type, and that it's ready. So these are the simple basic things that are involved with regards to selecting a disk to copy. Now, there's one very important thing that we can do, is we can save as or create a disk image. Now, creating a disk image allows me to take the entire job and save it to the hard drive. And when I save it to the hard drive, I can then burn from the hard drive. Now what's important is that if you're going to do that, you need to make sure that that hard drive is at least 7,200 RPM. It's very, very important. A 5,400 RPM hard drive will cause you some issues if you try to burn disks from a disk image off of a hard drive. So you have to make sure that it's a 7,200 RPM drive. In a little bit, we're going to talk about save as, which is saving the complete job, both the data off of the image or whatever it is that we've loaded in, plus the label that we've created. We'll talk about that in a minute. So that's pretty much all there is in the disk part of it. Next, we're going to move over to labels.